Okay, everybody, good afternoon. October 1st. Can you believe October 1st? I'm getting ready to smoke an Ashton VSG. This is my favorite cigar. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm starting to grow a little bit, and it's because of you guys. I enjoy making videos and like to make you laugh a little bit and forget about, you know, all the stuff that's going on right now in our world. But listen, it's one day at a time, and we'll get through it no matter what. So we all got to take a deep breath. But I always like to come on here and keep it real, and I'm going to keep it real today. And I like to joke around. Today it's not going to be too much joking around, but I'm going to really give you my opinion on some of what's happening and what I think's been happening for a little while now. This is my favorite cigar, but I'm gonna let it go in the ashtray for a little bit. So here we go. Here we go in a nutshell. You know, Donald Trump, our president, he's under a Republican, but he's really an independent. He had a clean house. I mean, he brought in some of the people he thought would work out, and he fired them. He is for us. He's trying. I mean, I can't remember a president that's tried. Maybe you can say Ronald Reagan. I guess I keep it real. The economy was stable with Clinton, but these guys were crooked. Bush's, both sides here. Trump is really trying for us. He has no reason. He had no reason to become president. The guy can have any woman he wants, right? Multi-billionaire, right? Private jets, own islands. Really, he just drives on this, and he I think deep down inside he has a heart. And I know he comes across cocky, and a lot of people don't like it, but that's who he is. He's not going to change. And even on the debate, he probably should have let Biden bury himself. But I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to get into is this. First of all, he's not prejudiced, okay? And if you watch him, he's around a lot of African American people, Hispanic people, red people, white people, Irish people, Italian people, Mexican, I go on and on. So the one who's prejudiced, the one who doesn't like African Americans and stuff, is Biden. Biden's being run. I want you guys to share this video. I want you to understand this. I have some close African American friends who are voting for Trump, and he keeps it real. Look, Biden, they didn't even want, their own party didn't even want Harris, obvious, or even a gay mayor. The gay mayor was running, Mayor Pete, I think his name was, to even get. They made it that Biden got in. Okay, they didn't want Bernie because it was too obvious. They want to make it socialism. Trump is right, 100,000%. They're setting us up, and I think they started to set us up a little bit with Trump. End of Trump's time, it was starting to come slowly. And if Clinton was the president, forget about it. Already been there. He's a puppet. He's definitely got something wrong, dementia. And they're setting him up. They're using Biden. He's been in it since 1972, 47 years in office, and Trump's right. What has he done? But I tell you what he's going to do. They are separating America. It's not Trump. They're trying to separate, and it's not black or white or expanding. They're just trying to separate. Look, at one time, Republican was based on you had to have millions and billions of dollars. Not the case anymore. Look, we cannot let this happen. I'm 54 years old. You know, God willing, I still like working. I can work for another 20 years. But for our kids and our grandkids, this will be very serious. Not just if Biden gets in, but it'll cripple us. Even if he gets in, God forbid, for 4 years, it will really, yes, life will go on. They will own us. They will tell us, I hate to say this, when to work, what to do. I'm telling you, we're starting to see it. This virus was connected, in my opinion, with the far left liberals. Not all of them, but majority of them. I think Nancy Pelosi was one of the biggest ones behind it. I really do. She's like a mafia. She is dirty. horrible person. I think Reid, when he was in office, was starting it. Um, and they're doing this particularly because of Trump. If it was a regular Republican in, it wouldn't have been like this. I think they started this virus with Fauci. Dr. Fauci was behind it in that lab, and I think they made a lot of money. Okay, just like these multi-billionaires got out of the market a week before or a few days before this virus. The virus was the China virus didn't care if they killed their own people to kill some of us. They didn't want to destroy all of us. To take away some of these older people who are on Social Security. Why do you think the virus kills the majority of people that are over 60 years old, 65 years old, to not pay Social Security? It's the Democrats, the ones they're dirty. It got very dirty. It used to be two parties, or you were independent, or you didn't give a shit at all. It's not the case anymore. So if you're a liberal out there, please, you got to give Trump a shot. I'm going to give you some. I'm giving you facts. I'm not trying to talk you into it. This is some serious stuff. If you're, you have your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, your family. This is going to be some bad times with Biden. He'll be controlled from the radical left. It'll be devastating. I'm telling you. Trust me. The virus was put there to make Trump look bad. Do you think this would have happened if there was Barack Obama as president? Okay? No. And if it did happen, it would have been controlled by the Democrats. Biden already said if he gets in office, he will shut things down based on the scientists. Well, the scientists are Fauci, who's on his court. And I don't know why Trump got him on board. I guess if there was a mistake that Trump made, it was Fauci. He's dirty. So I think they did it. I think it was biological. I think because the market, China market, was down at the time. We were up. Unemployment was the lowest it's ever been. African Americans had jobs. Hispanics had jobs. All people had jobs. The economy was perfect, and they didn't like it. The liberals, radical left, let's call them, and Nancy Pelosi did not like it. So they said, let's do this. I'm telling you. And for you people who don't believe it, then turn off the video. But I'm telling you, you have to be living under a rock. That's what happened. It just didn't develop a virus that quickly. We would have had control. It would have been not as near. Let's shut down everything. Let's start sending out money. And another thing, the stimulus package they're trying to do, the second round, Nancy Pelosi keeps going up. They're making like it's Trump. They don't want to send any money. The Democrats don't want. Why all of a sudden they wait this week to come down to $2.2 trillion and only give the Republicans a day or two before the House go away and fight for their seats? Why? Why not 2.1 and then the Republicans come up a little bit and then meet right there? It's because the Democrats, there's no intentions to giving us a stimulus package for those who are eligible or unemployment. The Republicans doing all they could, $400 unemployment, which I think is fair. You don't want people making more money sitting at home, and we're starting to climb out of this. I'm telling you, they don't want to give us anything. So don't think. And I know a lot of African Americans will vote for Biden because he was the vice president of an African American, Barack Obama, and you have Harris. Let me tell you something about Harris. She put away African Americans in jail for minor incidents. She was a big time prosecutor, so she doesn't care. They don't care about the African Americans or Hispanics or even us. All they care about is about their radical left, and they probably don't even care about some of the Democrats. Look, all these riots that happen all over, particularly in Oregon, you didn't hear about coronavirus. All you heard about riots. Why? Think about that for a second, okay? So you got to share this video. Whether you don't like Trump, even if you don't like Trump, you don't have to like him to vote for him. It's our future. This guy Biden, and he's a puppet. If it was somebody in there who would kind of straighten the party out, I can understand if you're a liberal and vote for him, but it's not even a party. He's being controlled by a cancer. It's a cancer. And they're going to control us, and they're going to try to control us, and they're going to promise us money, and they're going to say, well, we're going to give you $3,000 a month until this virus is over for 2 years. They're not going to give us anything. They might send you a $500 check and keep talking about it and just destroy us, make us like Cuba. I have some very close Cuban friends. Is that what you guys want? Socialism. Tell us when to go to sleep, when to go have a beer, when to smoke a cigar. Are you kidding me? People, wake up and tell your kids, because I don't understand. The young people don't understand, so try to explain it to them. It's not like you're trying to turn them into a Republican. It's letting them know where we're going to stand. At least we have 4 years with Trump until we get this resolved, and hopefully we can bury this cancer, and maybe that'll go back to a party. I doubt it, but we need to share this video. These are facts. Look it up. I'm telling you, Biden is very prejudiced. Okay, Trump's not prejudiced. He stood up. He even said he was against the KKK. They keep throwing words in his mouth. You never hear the end of his sentence. Just like the wall. He never said he was building a wall for no Mexicans to come here. He was stopping the drug cartels. Very, very bad. The murder, the rapists. That's why he was doing that. Whether you were coming from Italy, where I'm from, you have to come here legal. He never said you couldn't come here. Come here legal, pay taxes. It's very, very bad. They're making him, they know he's for us, and they don't want that. See? If it was the Bush in there, it wouldn't have been this bad, or a regular. Trust me, and this virus was a biological. There's no way in hell that it just came from a person. It came from a lab. It was biological, and Fauci and some of these CEOs, and I know Nancy Pelosi was behind this 100,000%, and probably 70% of some of these liberal mayors and governors. People, you gotta vote for Trump, and tell your kids and tell people and explain to them that he has to be who he is. If he was sitting back being a nice guy in a beautiful suit standing up, they would walk all over him. I thought the same thing. I'm saying, well, this guy's a little overboard. So we got to get him in. We got to save this. Where are we going to go? We got to save this beautiful United States of America. We have a choice, okay? We have the Second Amendment. These are our choices, okay? Whether you want to smoke a cigar or don't smoke a cigar, or whether you want to date 3 women it's our choice. The Democrats don't want that, or the radical left doesn't want that. Trump 2020. Get him in. Explain the facts. Don't try to convince and get hyper. Explain to people, because we need the votes. Everybody have a beautiful day. And explain it in a nice toned voice like I just explained it. Take care.